You're listening to Process Server Daily, the show where hustle meets strategy in the high-stakes world of process serving. From elite pros to the new servers taking massive action, these are the voices of a rising industry. Hosted by the founder of 123 Legal Support, Mighty Mike Reed. This is your backstage pass to building a profitable process serving empire. Let's get into it.
As you're out there process serving and things like that, how do you stay unbiased?
I stay unbiased. I know what some of the cases are, but I also know that this is a sue happy world in a lot of cases. So I just let at least the recipient that I'm giving the paperwork to is that I am a third party, that I'm no party to the case, that I'm just here delivering their paperwork. So they do have the notice and the acknowledgement that they are, being involved in a legal case, and so that we are no party. That is the biggest thing, is that it's not like us bringing it individually to them, is that we are a third party. So I want to make sure we get the documents to them so they are aware.
That is so cool. So it's very professional, understanding that you're just a third party. You're not. So tell me how. Let's transition for those process servers that are listening out there that may be new to the business. How are you getting your customers? Like, give us the secret sauce, Adell. How are you getting business?
I think the secret sauce is once you can show people your service. I can say with a few affiliates, I have seen them go ahead and try other process servers since I've come into the business, and I think it's a little bit like, okay, they'll be a little bit cheaper, or I know some of my clients are like, we don't want you to get overloaded where you want to quit the business, because they say in the first 2 years, there's not many people that stay past 2 years. And so they don't want to just like overload me with work. So sometimes they'll try somebody else, and then they all of a sudden, I'm like, sometimes I'll be, okay, I'm getting a little bit less work. What's going on? Oh, well, we tried another server, but yeah, we're going to give you back that work, because either they're getting affidavits. It takes like 2 weeks to a month to get back. Somebody's served a paper and they didn't go ahead and update the server process software within the time frame. Like, they'll go ahead and it'll be served 2 days ago, and then they have no clue that's even been served because they're not doing it. And so that's just a few of the things of, I just make sure that I'm out there serving when I need to be serving. I update when I need to update. My affidavits are back, right away within 24 to 48 hours, depending if it has to be notarized or not. So I just really I guess I don't treat this as a job. I treat this as a career. I think I've done that with all my jobs though, but that's just personal. I think work ethic is, I just want my stuff to always be perfect.
Yeah. Well, being dedicated to being detail oriented and being detail oriented is like a requirement as a paralegal, as a registered nurse, like any of these kind of really important roles that are more operational roles, not necessarily leadership roles. They're often those roles where it's like somebody who is the leader, who is maybe the main operator, like the surgeon or the lawyer, litigator. They're counting on you to be the person to do it. I love the phrase I heard from one attorney that always comes to mind is he says, you got one job, deliver the papers and submit a proof of service. And in all my years talking to attorneys and paralegals about, it might be the backup script, I offer to be a backup to the other process server they're already using. And oftentimes when they do vent to me, they're venting about, communicating, like what you were just saying, communicating status, getting the proofs of service back on time, using a software that helps you do that sometimes is important. And so how do you do that? How do you make sure that the customer is getting that status, getting their proof of service back on time?
So I would say it's a few different ways. There's a few clients of mine that they want, when I'm doing the serve, they want right then and there when I'm at the, door, going ahead and giving the update right after the service. So there's a few that I'll update it in the system. I would say regularly I go ahead and go through my serves at the end of the night when I come home. I go update every single serve.